guys, so today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me. I am getting ready to possibly film another video after this, so I'm just going to be kind of playing around with things. I think I have a general idea of what I want to do. Also, I'm sorry that I'm like talking really quietly compared to some of my other videos, I guess. I've been very sick and my throat has been awful. I've been coughing a lot. So anyway, we're gonna get on into the get ready with me. I wanted to do kind of a smoky eye-ish, like a purple smoky eye, because I have this really pretty color from ColourPop. This is Cricket, and that's what it looks like. It is a gorgeous shade and I haven't actually used it yet. I've only swatched it. So I wanted to use this kind of as the overall lid shade, and what I'm going to be doing is very easy. This should be an easy look to pull off, so if you've had trouble with like smoky eyes before, I think that this is a really easy way to get kind of the same effect. So I'm going to start off with primer, obviously. I'm going to go all over my face with the Makeup Forever Step 1 Hydrating Primer. I really love this primer because it like is so hydrating, but it doesn't make your skin look really dewy or luminous or anything like that. And it just like sinks right in and gives a good like kind of tacky base to get your foundation to stick on. Also, I just had a lot of trouble putting that cap back on for some reason. Ow. I was just shaking this foundation to get it ready because you're supposed to like shake it before you use it, and totally just stabbed myself in the boob with it, and that was painful. So this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. Mine is in Y235, and that's what I'm going to be using today. I'm just going to take like 2 pumps on the back of my hand to start with. I usually do like one layer like that, just all over, and then kind of go in again and target the areas that need a bit more coverage. And I'm taking my Real Techniques beauty sponge to dabble that on there. So I'm making sure to blend all the way back into the hairline and down my neck. Obviously this all isn't blended yet, but I kind of blend the perimeters first. I don't know why, but I totally just started humming this song that I sang for, it was this contest that my choir always went to, district and state contest. That's not, I don't know why I'm making it like really complicated, but it was my junior year and I had a duet, and that was the song that just came into my head, which is weird. This junior year was 4 years ago, so it seems a little odd to just now be popping in my head, but whatever. I'm pretty sure I still remember all the words to that and like the harmonies and stuff. That's just like something I don't really forget that easily. Like, songs stick in my brain really well, especially with like choir stuff, because I mean, to me that's easier than playing an instrument. It's easier to memorize that stuff. I am breaking out pretty badly right now, so I kind of went in heavy with the foundation. I did 4 pumps overall, but this foundation is amazing because it doesn't look heavy. Like, I've never had it look heavy on me, and I have gone in really strong with it. You can really build up to the coverage that you want, and you don't like get cakey or anything like that, so I really do like that. So that foundation did a really good job of covering everything. Like, I don't even think I really need to spot conceal that much, but I do have this area over here where I have a lot of acne scars, and it's really hard to cover those in my experience. So I am going to spot conceal there. I have the Maybelline Better Skin Concealer. This one's in number 3, light medium, and I much prefer this for under the eyes. Like, I feel like it's a lot better suited for that. It's a lot lighter and doesn't really have as much coverage as I'd want on the face, but I got this too dark to put under my eyes, so we're gonna use it to spot conceal. Okay, so now that I've put that over all the areas that I want to conceal, I'm just going to take my Real Technique sponge again and blend them all out. I'm sorry to keep looking off this way, but that's where my mirror is. So it's kind of hard to do all of this in the viewfinder because it doesn't really give the clearest image. Next, I'm going to take the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Fair, and I'm going to conceal under my eyes and kind of highlight like down the bridge of the nose, everything. I do go pretty heavy with the under eye concealer, but I really need that coverage and brightening because I have just naturally very dark under eyes. It's something that's hereditary for me, and when I was younger it always bothered me and I felt really insecure about it, but I don't know, it's not that big of a deal to me anymore. Obviously if I'm wearing makeup it would look kind of weird to wear all this makeup and not have any concealer on under, like to have really dark under eye circles or something, but I don't know, it used to make me feel not confident about not wearing makeup, and I feel like it's just kind of, I've learned to live with it. It's just a thing. I am going to conceal under my nose a little bit because it gets a little red. So now I go in and set my concealer. I like to go into a really light matte eyeshadow, and I'm using the Lorac Pro Matte palette, and this is Lynee, which I've obviously used a lot. I always use it for this. So I just go in and set my under eyes with that, and it helps brighten them too. I'm also going to take that same shade and just set all the areas that I highlighted. Well, the ones that I know that I don't want to use a shimmery highlight on, because I don't like highlighting all the way down the bridge of my nose. I just kind of highlight the tip, but I don't know, I feel like it just really shows all the pores in here, and it doesn't really look cute on me. And I don't like highlighting my forehead or chin with like a shimmery highlight because I do get oily in those places, so it just kind of looks greasy and gross. And then I'm going to set everything with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder in Porcelain. I'm using this brush that's from Royal and Langnickel, if I said that right, but you can find it at Walmart, so you don't want to use too much powder even if you do get really oily. That is a mistake I have made in the past. Also, that reminded me, because I was talking about like makeup mistakes that I used to make, I really want to do the like how I did my makeup in high school tag, I guess is what it is. I really want to do like all 4 years, or like all the different makeup looks that I had, because I definitely changed it a lot. I was trying to find what looked best on me. I wasn't that into makeup back then or anything, but I wanted to look nice, so I was trying to find like something that made me look good. So now I'm taking the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, don't know why I couldn't get that out, and combing through my brows with the spoolie. My brows are awful right now because I'm trying to let them grow in. I overplucked really badly, which is another thing that I did in high school, which was a huge mistake. one thing that I can like never stop touching them up. They're like, I'm such a perfectionist over them. I'm gonna take the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion and gonna prime my eyes. I'm going to take Bare from the Lorac palette, and I'm going to set that. And I'm using the same brush I had before. This is the Flawless Concealer brush from e.l.f. I do think it's really important to set your eyeshadow primer because, like, for me, I have kind of semi-hooded lids, so it kind of starts to crease just by me blinking if I just leave it there as a cream. And also it will make your shadows a lot easier to blend and should make them last longer. And we're gonna go ahead and get started on the eyes. I'm going to take this fluffy brush from Wet n Wild. I have no idea what it's called. And I'm gonna go into Latte, and I am going to take that in the crease as kind of a transition shade. Now we're gonna go into our lid shade, which is Cricket from ColourPop, and I'm gonna take my finger and just start applying that to the lid. I do want to be a little bit more careful with this because it is a darker shade. Going to go ahead and do my lower lash line. So I have this NYX matte shadow in Skinny Dip, and I'm going to take that with this e.l.f. kind of flat brush, and I'm just going to go right on the lower lash line and bring it in about halfway and then start blending towards the middle. Okay, so now I'm just going to take a little blending brush, and this one's from Eco Tools, and I'm going to go back into Latte, and I'm just going to kind of blend that color out. So I'm just going right over that color and softening it a bit. Then I'm going to go into my Tartelette and Bloom palette, and I'm going to take the shade Funny Girl right down here. It's a very light reflective shade, so I'm going to take that right on the center of the lid. And I'm just doing that with my finger. You could also do it with like a flat shader brush, but I prefer just doing it with my finger because that's the easiest way to get the most pigment on there and also to blend it out. So I'm going to go back with this Wet n Wild brush and back into Latte once again. I'm just going to take a little bit of it and go back through the crease and blend things out. I'm just going to go really lightly because I don't want to deposit a ton of color or anything like that. I just want to blend things out. Okay, so now that's a little more well blended. I do feel like we need a bit more of Cricket on the outer corners of the eye, so I'm just going to do that real quick. I still kind of want the outer corner just a tad bit darker. I don't want it to be too much, but just a little bit darker. Okay, so now that all that's done, I still feel like there's something missing, so we are going to go into Corduroy and just take a little bit of that through the crease, just a little bit. And again, I'm going really lightly because I don't want to just deposit a bunch of color straight away. I'd rather build it up some. Blending is key for everything in makeup, but definitely smoky eye. You want to blend that out. I'm using the e.l.f. crease brush, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. I'm gonna go back into Funny Girl and just gonna take a little fluffy brush and highlight the inner corners and underneath the brow bone. So now I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Sun Bunny Bronzer and just this fluffy brush from Eco Tools. I'm just going to lightly tap into it and kind of put it at the high points of my face, right where the sun would hit. I'm going to go in like this kind of backwards 3 motion, and that's going to hit right where you need it to, just in case anyone's here that is new to bronzer. And I'm going to try to focus most of it on the cheeks. It's kind of like contouring, but not really. You can also get like right on the top of your forehead, especially if you want to make your forehead look smaller. I'm going to kind of dust the nose with it just a little bit and get it all around there. I don't think I'm going to do any contouring today. So I'm going to take this e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush into the Professional Blush Palette from BH Cosmetics. I'm going to take this shade all the way on the right. It's a really pretty like tan shade, and I think it won't be too much for everything that's happening. It's just a nice nude blush. So now I'm going to go back in with my Real Techniques sponge. I'm not putting any extra product on it. I'm just going to take it over that blush a little bit. I do tend to go a bit heavy with the blush, and this kind of just softens it a little, especially like right in this area. And I'm just going to dabble it back. Now I'm going to go into my e.l.f. Illuminating Palette, and I'm going to take this Too Faced Flat Bouquet brush. I don't know if you can still get that, like, I don't know, it's in a lot of holiday collections and stuff by Too Faced. I'm sure you can find it. And I'm going to go into the lightest shade up here. These aren't that shimmery, so you can choose to go with like a really subtle look, like if you just kind of barely sweep it on, or you can really pack it on and go a lot stronger with the highlight, which is what I like to do. So now that we're done with all the face stuff, I am going to go ahead and set that with the e.l.f. Matte Magic Mist and Set. So I'm going to go in with lips now. I think for this, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Matte Lip Color in Tea Rose. I usually don't do eyeliner at all, but I'm just going to go in and tightline a little bit because this is such a dark eyeshadow look. And I'm using the L'Oreal Silkissime liner. Silkissime, I say it different like every time. I'm just going to take my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I'm going to do the top and bottom lashes. I can't really talk while I'm doing mascara. I'm like so focused. is our completed look. Hopefully, if you're using this as like a tutorial, it helped you out, and if you're just using it to watch for fun, then I hope that you guys enjoyed. And if you did, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more. I will see all you lovely people in my next video. Bye guys!